Open Water Church family. Billy here with you this morning. Hope you guys are having a good day. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit about this whole idea of releasing control. Tanya was sharing that with us this past Sunday, and so I wanted to talk a little bit about how I see that in my own life. I'll confess right here, right now, that I'm kind of OCD. I like things being put where it's supposed to be. I like the house being neat, as an example. I like things being clean, and just like, if somebody uses something, I like it to be put back wherever it belongs, not just left out on the floor. Well, as a person who has that and who is inclined to have that, when you got 3 kids running around the house, it doesn't always work out really well. And I love my children, and I know I talk about them all the time, but really it's one of those things for me, very practically. It's an area that I think God uses to teach me about myself and help me get better. And so I'll just give you a quick example. The other day, I just finished watching the Lightning beat Boston, so I was really excited and I was having a good day. It was a good day the Lightning won. And so then we went outside in the backyard and we're starting to play with our kids. We're jumping on the trampoline and stuff, and I noticed that there's cups from inside that are just laying out in the yard, and there's like trash out there just laying out in the yard. And I'm like, this is my first reaction. I'm like, does nobody care enough to pick this stuff up and put it back? And I could feel it. I could feel the control just rising up in me. And I'll be honest, I got a little huffy. I was a little bit tense. And I just start picking stuff up. I start picking stuff up. I'm like, oh, I can't believe nobody can pick these kids. They never pick up after themselves. And that's just truly how I reacted. And so let me read to you this verse with that in mind. It says in 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 9, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in your weakness. Therefore I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses." Guess what, folks? In our weaknesses, we can see how gracious God is with us, how patient He is with us. And in those times, we can know that, by my own strength, by my own willpower, I'm not going to be able to get over this control issue. I have to have Jesus. I have to have His grace, which is sufficient for me in the midst of those weaknesses. And so some of the ways that I get past the control is, one way is just humbly listening to my wife, who says, you know what? You're having some unrealistic expectations right now. You need to let this go. Sometimes that's hard to hear, okay? Sometimes you have to swallow your pride and go, okay, yes, you're right. One of the ways that I'm trying to get better about doing it is actually journaling. Looking back at my day and journaling, where did I react poorly here? In that situation, I would maybe write, I got frustrated about seeing trash in the yard. And then, how did I respond? And maybe how should I have responded better? So that's just a very practical way to look at it. But just remember that verse. My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weaknesses. Hope that encourages you guys today. Let go and allow God to change you from the inside out.